In today's video, I'm going to show you an incredibly easy and affordable live streaming platform called StreamYard. Coming right up. Hey dancers, welcome to Dance Tech with JHsu, the channel where dancers become more proficient and efficient in the digital space. What is the easiest way to create a polished live stream event without having to spend thousands of dollars on equipment or live streaming software? There are lots of popular ways to do this, like connecting Zoom to Facebook or YouTube, or using programs like OBS or vMix to create graphics to make it feel more polished. Specifically for dancers who don't always have the time or resources to invest in this, the two biggest obstacles I've found when it comes to these options that I listed are having a powerful enough computer to run things, or being tech savvy enough to troubleshoot things when it doesn't go as planned. And trust me, things always happen. StreamYard is an awesome live streaming platform that is very easy to use, has a free version, and their paid version gives you lots of options to add graphics and make your live stream look very polished and professional. And no, this is not a sponsored video, but I wish they would sponsor me because literally I've been telling everyone about them. And yes, their logo is a duck. Wow! Hey everyone, it's JHsu popping in real quick. Fun fact, I'm actually recording this through StreamYard. But since I recorded the first part of this video, I reached out to StreamYard and they were really awesome and gave me an affiliate link. So if you do decide to try StreamYard, I'd really appreciate it if you use the link in the description below. It helps me out. I really believe in the service StreamYard is providing. I think it's awesome. So I hope you get value out of this and enjoy the rest of the video. Thanks. I've personally used StreamYard lots of times now with my work at Dance Place and our virtual presentations, which have been a combination of artists talking to each other in a panel format and then showing pre-recorded video. We've also used it a couple times to host dance classes through Facebook Live for festival events, or when we didn't want to give too many people admin access to our Facebook page. Now remember, StreamYard is just the go-between, or what we call the encoder. So if you're going to Facebook or YouTube, you have to keep in mind potential music copyright issues and make sure you have a strong internet connection. Before I show you how StreamYard works, let's go over some pros and cons so you can figure out if this fits your needs. Some pros. There's a free version and a very affordable paid version. It's web-based, so everything is hosted on their platform, meaning you don't need to have a super powerful computer to run things, which is huge for dancers. It's very easy to use and the layout is intuitive. It's easy to have guests join the broadcast studio. They don't need to make an account, they just have to click on the link you send them. The output is very smooth and looks professional. It easily connects to platforms like Facebook and YouTube. It automatically will record your sessions and saves it for 7 days, so you have a backup of your live stream. You can add things like banners for free, and the paid version lets you use video overlays and graphics. You can share your computer screen just like on Zoom, and while they recommend hosting from a computer, they just came out with an update where you can host a session from your phone or tablet. Now some cons. When I'm using StreamYard, there seems to be more instances when the video and audio will go out of sync. Now, I don't know the exact reason for this, but it seems to only happen when the person's internet signal is not strong or keeps fluctuating. So as long as everyone has a strong internet, you shouldn't run into this problem. And if it's just a panelist talking, usually you don't even notice. As of this recording, you can only have up to 10 people on screen at any given point, unlike Zoom, which can have up to 49 people. However, they just recently went from 6 people being the limit to 10. So in the future, they might increase it again. If you're using it for something like class, the viewing screen is a fixed size. So unlike Zoom where you can go full screen to see yourself better, you can't do that on StreamYard. And now, let me show you how it works. Okay, we are on StreamYard. I am so excited to finally share this with you all. Okay, so before we get into StreamYard, let me just show you real quick over here. When you make your account, once you log in over here, their FAQ is amazing. They have questions and answers stuff to basically everything you could think of, including even this guest instruction page. So I will actually send this to guests when we have a panel, and it tells them exactly what they need to do to log on. Alright, so that already is a huge win. Now when you log into StreamYard, let me just start by saying you'll notice the login is a little bit different. Instead of a password, they will send your email a PIN number. So that's good and that's bad. It's bad because you can't just email the password to someone and they can log in and use your account. They have to try to log in with your email
your email gets sent the code. You have to give them the code and then they log in. The good part is after that, they don't need to log in again. It kind of remembers their browser unless maybe they clear their cache or their cookies or something like that. So it's kind of like a two-factor authentication. If you ever had that done before where they send a code to your cell phone to verify that's you, it's similar to that. Anyways, once you are in StreamYard, here's your main dashboard area. Any broadcasts that you have that haven't happened yet but you've already created will show up here. And over here are the destinations. So here is where I can tell where I want to connect. So for example, we have connected to Dance Place's Facebook page, YouTube page, and then these two are my personal accounts that I've used when I needed to test something to make sure it worked before I did it on the Dance Place account. And then these are on Vimeo. So I have a custom RTMP server for Vimeo. To add destinations is very easy, and once you add it once, you don't have to do it again. I click add, and now you'll see you can go to a lot of these that they've kind of already made connections to. And then anything that is not here, for example, like Vimeo, I can create a custom RTMP. For example, if I wanted to add my JHsu Dance Tech Facebook page, I could go to here, page, connect, select this page, and that's it, that easy. So now I could create a broadcast, and now you'll see here, it's an option. I can select it, and now if I schedule it for later, I can add a graphic and it will actually show up on my Facebook page. Now, something to note for Facebook specifically, you have up to 10 minutes after your start time to start the stream. You can start before that, but 10 minutes after, it will delete the stream. So just remember that. So I could upload an image, and let's just find a random picture here. I can crop it. I can say, sure, let's start today, but let's go maybe a little bit later, and I'll create broadcast. And there it is. Now, I can even view it on Facebook. And now you'll see here, it's ready to go live. It'll even tell me when, as the title, the description that we put. Right, so if I go to my actual Facebook page, this is what it looks like. I can now share it. I can even get the link to email to people ahead of time. It's really, really great scheduling videos out like this. Just remember, you have to go live 10 minutes after you said you would start, otherwise it will get deleted. Now if I click over here for past broadcasts, I'll see all the past broadcasts that I have done from this account. And remember, it saves it for up to 7 days. So I can go to any of these that were less than 7 days ago. I can click here, and then I can download the recording, which is amazing. But once I've made this, I'm going to go into the broadcast studio and make sure you're using Google Chrome or Firefox. I personally recommend Google Chrome. And here you can select your microphone and your camera. So very similar to Zoom, for example, you can go into your settings and select your camera source. You could, I could use Snap Camera if I was teaching a class through this and I wanted to flip myself, right? And if you want to see how to do that, check out the cards up above. I can change my audio source. This audio processing is similar to when we disable the compression and noise cancellation stuff in Zoom for teaching. So if you're planning on playing music in your stream from a speaker and you want your microphone to pick it up, I would check this. Otherwise, I would keep this on. Otherwise, you're going to hear a lot of echoing from your guests if they disable this. And just to show here, they have green screen options similar to virtual backgrounds in Zoom, but I believe you do have to have an actual green screen for this to work. So once that's done, I can type in whatever name I want. So, and now enter the broadcast. And this is your broadcast studio. So over here is kind of your main window. Under here are the different layout configurations you can do. Down here is what they call backstage. And so everyone under here you can add or take out of the stream. And you'll see here they have little prompts. So I'm not part of the stream yet. I can add myself to bring myself into the stream. Voila. Just to go over this layout a little bit, you can mute yourself, you can stop the camera. Here you can go into the settings like before. And you'll notice here you have a couple more settings as the host. You can you can ban guests, you can require guests to authenticate, things like that. You can share your computer screen, and we'll go into that in a little bit. You can invite people. This is how you bring people into the broadcast studio. So when I click invite, it generates this link, and this is the link that I send to anyone I want to bring into the studio. And at the same time, I'll often send them this FAQ that they provide to tell people how to log in. It's really, really easy to do. And of course, you can leave the studio here. On the right hand side, you'll see here, if I want to edit the description or time or thumbnail or anything for my live stream, I can do it here and I can save the changes. I can even add or take out destinations. Kind of the same thing here. Now this is the really, really cool part about StreamYard that I really love. Comments. When you connect it to Facebook, to YouTube, to Twitch, platforms like that, any comments people make on those platforms during your live stream will get pulled into this tab area, which is amazing. So if you're doing a Q&A, a panel, you want to interact with your audience, you can ask them things, you will see their comments here in real time, and you can even comment here. And let me just show you this. If I add, let's say, my Facebook or my personal YouTube, right? Now, I can comment. If it's all, that means anything I post will go to both the Facebook and YouTube stream, or I can just reply to the YouTube chat or just to the Facebook chat. It's crazy. And I can even bring comments into the stream. So I can, as they pop up, I can click on them and they will show up on my screen. So maybe I'm doing a Q&A, someone asks a really great question, I want to bring the question onto the screen, I can just click it and then click again to take it out. So it's that simple. You can see all the interactions here. It's very easy to use, and it makes it so you don't have to leave this screen and open up another tab, another window, things like that. However, if you do a custom RTMP, for example, when we connect StreamYard to Vimeo, this function does not work, unfortunately. Now, under banners, you start to get into some of the branding elements, and this comes, I believe, with the free version. We can create different folders, and so, for example, under our virtual presentations, you have these little banners, and when you click on them, it'll show up. Click on it again, it'll go away. Or I can click on one and click on the next one to bring it up. And you'll see here, I can delete them if I want to. I can edit them. Or create a new banner by clicking here. Add banner. And what's really fun, I never really use this personally, but I can do for example, something like that. If I make it a ticker, there's a little icon there, and when I click on it, it will stay on the bottom. So this is very cool, but I found I can also get very busy if I start to do this, and I do all these other banners and all the other things. So while the ticker is cool, I haven't found a good way to use it yet for my own work or for the work that Dance Place does. But it's there, it's really cool, and very easy to use. You can click and reorder them, you can delete them, all that. And because we use StreamYard for a lot of different things, I have different folders for when we have different events. So So for example, this was for a festival. I had a lot of different things here versus this is a Q&A panelist series that we are doing with artists versus our usual virtual presentations. I kind of have this template, and then I'll always add in the artist's information as banners. Or here I have a rebroadcast in case I want to share a video, let it run, and have this playing at the bottom. So banners are really cool, very easy to use. Under brand, this is the really cool part. So you can change the color. So right now I have this red color happening, and I can change it to any color I want. So let's say I want to make it blue. So now you notice here, it changed to blue. If I change the theme, now it looks like that. And it also affects your banners. So if I have this default theme, then my banners look like this. You can add a logo. So for example, if I go to our virtual presentations, I have these built in. I can add a logo, different logo. You can add the StreamYard duck. If you have the free version, I believe the duck is there by default and you can't get rid of it, which is fair. You're not paying for the service and it's an amazing service. But I would say it's very worth it to pay for the $25 a month. You can even pay for just like 1 month if you know you only need it for a single month. So I highly recommend it. You can do that. Then over here you can do overlays. So this is the default. I don't think anyone ever really would use this, but it's there. But you can create your custom default. You can add custom overlays. So all that is, it's a PNG file. And so for example, for Dance Place, we use this one a lot. It has our logo up here and a hashtag. And that way it kind of stayed there no matter what we were doing. Graphic overlays are like that, and I'm gonna go to this one actually as a better example. So if I have a graphic overlay, like a full image, this is what it looks like. And so I've made a couple, and you can click on them to switch between them, or click on it to exit. And then video overlays are here. Forget how big the files can be, but there's a file size limit, and it can only be up to 5 minutes long. But the cool thing is, once you upload it, it doesn't matter how crappy your internet is. If you are sharing your computer screen, for example, and trying to play a video, if your internet goes out a little bit, it might stutter, it might lag, it might desync, all those things. When you play it from here, you don't have that issue. So whenever I can, I always see if we can keep videos that we want to play under 5 minutes, because it makes it that much cleaner. And it just, you click and it plays. So for example, for Dance Plays, I have this countdown timer, and I have this outro where it says thank you. And it gives it a sense of polish, and it's a way for us to kind of leave and just looks really cool and clean. And then we have little artist spotlights, other little videos that we might play in between. Now, that is it. Oh, just kidding. Now here you could also get rid of the name if you want, if you didn't want them to show up. And you can't see it right now, but if I take myself out, this is a custom background that I made for this series. By default, it's just black, and they give you this one background that you can have. It's little fun leaves, but again, you can add any graphic you want to make your background. So I made this with some branding, and that way it stays. Now in a moment, I'm gonna join the call from my tablet to show you what it looks like with multiple people, and then you'll see the background while I'm in the live stream. Something I forgot to mention real quick, I kind of skimmed through it, but here you can have different brands. So for example, we have one for a certain panel discussion project we have one for our classes, and for our virtual presentations. Each one has a different color, different overlays, different banners, so it's super easy now to switch between them and be ready without having to recreate something from scratch, or to have all the overlays cluttered together when they're not all used for that broadcast. But just to finish this walkthrough, on the right hand side here where you go to private chat, this is for everyone within the broadcast. So if you type here only guests who are backstage or in this call will see it. Your audience during the live stream won't see it. So oftentimes we'll use this to keep a time check. If someone forgets to mute their mic, I might tell them, or I will mute them myself because I have that control as the host. But sometimes, you know, someone's mic is brushing up against their shirt a lot, so I'll tell them, hey, can you adjust your shirt? Or, hey, everyone, just checking in. We're 5 minutes out till starting. Things like that. It's really useful. And then again, you can go to settings and you can adjust all of these things. And of course, at the top, you hit this to go live. I'm not going to do it now, but once you hit go live, you'll see a little ticker on the top left that goes red, and it has a count. It'll count up to tell you how long you've been live streaming. And then you would hit it again to stop your live stream. Cool. So that is the overview, I believe. So I'm going to invite myself to this call real quick. And hold on. Alright, so I have muted my mic just so it doesn't get that double pickup. But here is what it looks like when you have guests on. And you'll see here, I'm in this layout. If I were to click here, it would solo me. Or I can go here and solo my guest. So it's a really easy way to switch between this solo look. And now I can go here. And now this is personally my favorite layout. Boom, it looks so clean, and you'll see how seamless it is, that transition. And so if you have up to 10 people on this call, it'll look like this. Now you can also do this where one person is bigger than the other, and now these three are if you share your computer screen. So let me go back to this real quick. Now if I share my computer screen, before I show you how to do that, actually, so here I can unmute or mute the microphones. If my guest decides to mute themselves, I can't unmute them. I can only request that they mute themselves. So if I unmute myself here, you can start to hear it. But now I can mute myself or mute the other me. So if you have multiple guests talking and one person forgets to mute themselves and it's noisy, you have the ability to go mute their channel. And then if you are the one that muted them, you can unmute them. And here I can edit their name. Cool? Alright, to share my computer screen. Now, the way that I've used this for Dance Place is I'll have all the videos that we want pulled up that are longer than 5 minutes. And I will have them on a separate screen. So I always do this with at least 2, sometimes 3 monitors actually. One monitor for my broadcast studio, one monitor for all the videos that are already pulled up, ready to go, and a third monitor for our script to follow the outline. But let me pull one up to show you. I'm going to put this on my other monitor. This is our countdown video. Now I share screen. And you can share audio if you're going to play videos. And I'll share the screen I want to use. You can also do applications and Chrome tabs. But I found this works really well for my setup. You just want to be careful if you share your computer sound. Everyone will hear everything that goes on. So if you don't mute this input, as your guests talk, they will hear an echo because your computer is hearing their audio, which is them playing back. It's a weird loop effect. So just a heads up. If I hit share, now it comes up. Again, look how clean this is. And here they do tell you this heads up that I just told you. So I'm going to mute this for now. So this is what this layout looks like. If I do this, this is a little weird. I don't know when you might use this, but we use this all the time. Or if you go here to solo the video, and then it's just the video. So I'll go here, I'll hit play. Oh, I'm going to unmute first. I'm going to mute myself just to be safe. And then I'll play. And just to fast forward to the end of this video so you can see what it looks like. voila. And I have my VLC player set, so then once it gets to the end of one video, it'll just stop there. So for this particular video, it would have been an overlay, not a video like this, but that's how I would use it. For example, I would have it set up like this. I would have the video pulled up, ready to go, but muted. And then when it's time, the moderator, the host, cues me. They say, let's roll the video. And then I'll go to this look, and I'll play the video after I make sure I unmute that. So it's very, very easy to use, very intuitive. It's super smooth, super clean. I love StreamYard. It's amazing. It's amazing. And then to stop sharing, you just hit stop and it goes away. But if I wanted to, I could also, let's say I don't want to see it, and just to be safe, I can always remove it from the stream, but it's there as a source. And again, every single guest you would see here, so I can take guests out, I can add them in as they need to move in and out of the conversation. And I'm currently muted, but you can also hear me because I'm doing a screen recording. Great. Okay, jumping back in because I was editing and I realized I forgot a couple important things. So first, when you go down to the bottom, if your guests are backstage and whited out, so like this, like they are not part of the stream yet, they are automatically muted. Like you cannot hear them backstage. So don't worry about having to mute them backstage. If they are backstage and not on the stream, you can't see or hear them. Okay, jumping back in again. So when you are using graphic overlays and video overlays, just know that video overlays have a higher priority than graphic overlays. So I can have a graphic pulled up, and if I click on a video, the video will play, and once the video is done playing, it will disappear, but the graphic will stay underneath. So something important to note, once video overlays are done playing all the way through, they will disappear. Graphic overlays will stay up until you select something else or turn it off. So for example, I can turn this one on over here, and it will stay on until I click on it again or click on something else. Now, we're gonna watch this a couple times, so I apologize, but I have my intro bumper. If I play it like this, watch. It's going. I'm muted. And now, what the minute the video is done, it goes away and you see whatever is underneath it, right? So if I did maybe this, and maybe pretend this is a longer countdown video. It's like exactly 5 minutes or 4 minutes and 55 seconds, and it's counting down. I can have this up already, and then when I play this, now you'll notice it goes straight to the graphic. So that way, you know, there isn't the awkward like you're on your phone like, oh shoot, we're live, and like, hey everyone, what's up? So just know that graphics will stay there, videos will disappear, and if you have a video and graphic playing at the same time, the video takes precedence. Yeah. So for example, a lot of times when I start our live streams, I will start my countdown, I'll make sure it's running, and then I'll hit go live. That way when the live stream starts, it's already counting down. And because it's a countdown, when it gets to, 10 seconds left, everyone in the broadcast can see it. So by the time it goes away, they're ready to go. A quick demo of the record option just to show you what it looks like. So I've gotten rid of all the destinations and I am going to just record this. So now I can hit record. And now you'll see here we are recording. I can end the broadcast whenever I want, but now I can have a conversation here with a guest. I could even do a presentation. So like, we are really excited to bring you X, Y, and Z. Let's check out the website. Here, boom, chaka laka laka laka. That was terrible. Let me do that again. So now maybe I want to demonstrate a new product or something. So for example, if I open up a website and I go to Dance Place, and I am really excited to show you our new calendar, shirt calendar. So I'm gonna bring it to my other screen that I already have shared. Now I'm gonna bring it into the stream. And now as I'm talking through it, you can still see me, you can still see guests. I can show you, look, we have this happening and this happening, and please come join us at all of our events, right? Or maybe you can watch a video, but now you can comment about it with your guests in real time as we're watching it, right? Or maybe as we're talking about something, you can be playing a slideshow, but you still want to see our faces. Or if you don't want to see our faces, you can make it full screen. And there you go. And now just back this again. So very, very easy to use. And now I'm going to go to StreamYard and hit end broadcast. It went great. Now if I want to download it, I can go to my dashboard again. I'll go to past broadcasts. And now I can download the recording. And I can do the whole recording or even just audio. So maybe you're recording like a podcast or something with friends. That could work. That could be really cool. I will say though, just remember the free version I believe has a 20-hour limit, which is a lot still. Like, I just can't believe how much they packed into this. But that is how you could use StreamYard. That is basically StreamYard. When I go live, and I stop, I can go back to my dashboard, I can download it again. I love the service. When I first found out about it, I was like, how did I not know about this before? Because I've been trying to do Zoom and all these other things, and this is just easier to use. And again, it's not going to be great for every single purpose, but for the things that it's built for, which is, I think, really more like Q&As, panel discussions, it does an incredible job. It's not really built for live performance streaming, so if that is your goal, StreamYard may not be the best for that, but man, they did an amazing job creating the software. I think that's everything I wanted to cover. Sorry, this might have felt a little kind of all over the place, but there are just so many features that are so freaking cool. Like, I can't believe how much they packed into this for such an affordable price. Like, people, the $25 a month is not that expensive. For the amount of quality that you are getting, just do it. Just do it. Like, I would even maybe pay for this just to have it for fun, just to play with. Like, it's so cool. Alright, that's enough of me drooling over StreamYard. I hope this was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you next time.
That's it for this video, everyone. I hope you found it helpful. If you'd like me to make a separate video showing the mobile hosting setup for StreamYard, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, make sure you like this video, hit the subscribe button so you know when new videos come out, and I'll see you next time. 5, 6, 7, 8.